Just make sure to build something that feels like you. Are you ever scrolling on TikTok and come across an outfit and the person who created the outfit looked like they robbed 3 different decades of fashion? If the answer is yes, that's TikTok fashion. And depending on who you ask, it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to fashion, or it's sending fashion down a burning hole that we probably cannot escape. So today, we're actually gonna be trying to answer that question. Is TikTok fashion really that bad? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Fred. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm to help us grow. With all that being said, let's get into the actual video. So to start off, we have to ask ourselves the underlying question: what is TikTok fashion? What is TikTok fashion?
Yeah, TikTok fashion is a whole vibe. It's basically this super fast moving trend space where new styles, aesthetics, and micro trends pop off all the time. You got vintage Y2K looks, indie sleaze, dopamine dressing, quiet luxury, just all sorts of stuff. Are you thinking of trying some trends out yourself?
No, but thank you. Basically, TikTok fashion isn't one specific style. You have to think of it more like trend speedrunning. Like one week it could be baggy cargos, and then the next week it can be clean minimum core. Then from New York streetwear to California streetwear. It's actually crazy. It's fast, experimental, and heavily influenced by aesthetics, such as clean girl aesthetic. You got streetwear core, Y2K, that's a more prevalent one, or even the whole thrifted vintage aesthetic. So to sum it all up, basically TikTok fashion is like micro trends moving at internet speeds, which one can only hope to comprehend. And some people like it, but a lot of people also dislike it.
Personal style no longer exists in this generation, and because of these TikTok dupes. Keep it a buck, a lot of y'all fits dead look forced, gang. I'm seeing niggas in Timbs and they don't even look right, bro. Be yourself.
So now that we're on this topic, why do people dislike it? For one, I think it changes too fast. Let's say, for instance, somebody wants to get into fashion. Before asking someone, we're probably just gonna get on TikTok or get on Instagram or get on YouTube and scroll and see what is everybody else wearing. What can I get influenced from? What is the new trends? What are some clothes that I can get into right now to look stylish? Let's say I'm looking for some cool new shoes to like upgrade my wardrobe, and I come across Sambas. And I'm like, oh, hey, these are cool. I seen this influencer wear Sambas and they had a really nice outfit with them, so I'm gonna get Sambas. And so I ordered the Sambas from online, and once I get the shoes, the trend is already over, and now the item that I was getting is looked at as cringe or is just outdated. That's the stressful and expensive part. And again, this is only for people that I think would be getting into fashion as of right now, because we all look at what influencers are wearing and then we try to take that and wear it in our own little, style. I don't want no one in the comments talking about, yo bro, it's so ignorant because he's only talking about trends and trend hopping, and it's an example. The second reason why I think people hate it is because it feels like copy and paste. I don't know how many times I've been on TikTok and I've been scrolling, and literally I could tell you like 3 scrolls in a row, everybody was wearing either Sambas, baggy jeans, or that fireman jacket thing that went viral like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, like I would scroll and I would literally just see everybody basically kinda almost in a uniform. They were exact clones. And I'm not even saying to where like they just had the same piece. It was like they styled it in the same way. It was no versatility whatsoever. And I can kind of see why people hate it, especially for someone that's actually into fashion and is just like looking for, I don't know, new pieces, new ways on how to style things. It kind of gets overwhelming when everybody's like saying, hey, let's style these boots from Balenci. Then they just throw on big baggy jeans and then like a hoodie over. It's like once you see everybody doing it, it's like, bro, it literally just gets overwhelming. Like I understand why people hate that. Like I literally hate that. Also, this is a side note, but if you're actually trying to get into fashion, I would recommend watching YouTube instead of just scrolling TikTok or scrolling Instagram. I would say, I'm telling you from me to you, either get you like a book, Barnes and Nobles or Half Price Books. This is free game, by the way. They're amazing places to get fashion books if you want to get more into fashion. Also, videos on YouTube, whether it be explaining fashion or just seeing actual real world details. This guy right here is like a really good one. He interviews a bunch of different people that have a bunch of different pieces on, and then sometimes it gives me ideas to actually throw into my own little swag. Like I saw this one lady had a belt as a tie, some guy used a necklace as a bracelet. They do all types of different things that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but I'm telling you, it's amazing. And the last reason I really think why people hate TikTok fashion, it encourages trend chasing over personal style.
Following trends is okay, but it really gets to a point. You're not Playboy Cardi, you're You're not YVL. You're not opium. I'm tired of seeing this dude on my For You page. Be yourself.
And we kind of just touched on this a little bit. When you're seeing a lot of different things on the internet, we all impulse buy. I impulse buy. You impulse buy. You can't tell me otherwise. We basically tend to be like, oh, like these jeans are fire, these shoes are fire, and I need that jacket. Now we have a whole wardrobe based off of trends, and then like that's it. We're all just in a basic uniform. There's nothing that I'm wearing that differs from you, and we just both look like each other. There's no standout. And if you're really into fashion, I just think it's a poor way of practicing clothing, how to style and everything, because you're basically not learning anything. You're just copying and pasting to your avatar, bro. I think the best way to learn personal style is to not scroll through TikTok or Pinterest. I would say you can do Pinterest. I feel like everybody needs to start in a thrift store. It literally forces you to like think about an outfit. And then you can do this all while not spending loads of crazy amounts of money. What more do you need? You can literally go into a thrift store, buy a shirt. If the shirt fits amazing, just learn the measurements of a shirt. Same with pants, same with hats, same with belts. You can do this. This is like a hack when it comes to fashion. Not all fashion gurus start from the top. Gotta listen, I'm telling you. It's amazing what thrift store can actually do for you if you're actually locked in. Because a lot of y'all end up dressing like the algorithm told you what to put on, and it shows. But me personally, I don't think TikTok fashion is all that bad. Like for number one, it lowered the barrier for style. People who never ever cared about clothes are like now having fun experimenting with it. For me personally, that's what I love to see. I'm big on community and stuff like that. I'm excited. I want to teach them more. I want them to learn and stuff like that. Now there are a couple of numbskulls in the community, which there will be a video on soon, and they just make everything way worse than what it is. But for the most part, I just like seeing people having fun with clothes just as much as I do. Secondly, I think it made thrifting a little bit cooler again. Thrifting was always cool, but I just think it was more popularized through like TikTok and stuff. Influencers that were already thrifting just brought their personality to the platform, and then when people will ask them about a certain piece, they're like, oh yeah, I found this in a thrift store, and then it has hundreds if not thousands of people saying like, hey, what can I find in a thrift store? I just think the app plus the influencers made it more acceptable to go thrifting and, you know, just have a good time there. And lastly, I think it heavily encouraged experimenting. There's millions of people on the internet. And you know how like earlier I was talking about those Balenci boots and how everybody wear baggy jeans? Here's the most amazing part about there being so many people on the internet. Not everybody actually dresses the same. So when you're on the app and then if you happen to scroll past a couple people that are dressing the same, there's always going to be a couple people who style it differently. And then this actually really gets you thinking, how many other ways can these Balenci boots be styled? So now you have a different perspective on how these boots or how this piece can be styled. And I just think that's one of the most amazing benefits about TikTok fashion. Now you're probably sitting there like, what do we take away from all this? What can we learn from this information? And I think the real message is TikTok isn't really meant to be followed exactly. I think it's more meant to be sampled. Take pieces and trends you do like and ignore the ones you don't. Just make sure to build something that feels like you in your own personal style. Because people who look the best obviously don't chase trends. They just do their own thing. It's their personal style. But I do want to know, what do you think about TikTok fashion? Let me know down in the comments. I will be down there looking at everything. Y'all have made it to the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps push us in the algorithm. Are on our way to 2,000 subscribers, so hit that sub button. Goes a long way. Check out a random video on screen because they are always amazing, or I would like to think so. And with that being said, it's been your boy Fred, and we out.